Hi guys. So it's been a week since I've seen you guys last. But realistically it's been even longer than that. Because I usually I record videos like 2 weeks in advance. Um, but yeah, so last video I talked to you guys about how I was depressed. And how just wasn't doing good. I had some pretty dark thoughts and stuff. And this is kind of like my update and kind of like getting you guys to be on like the same page as me. So on the can't see the dates because I crossed off my calendar. On the 15th of August, I pretty much had enough. I called my brother crying and I was like, I'm done. Well, actually, this was before then. It's probably like the 8th or something, but like me and my brother were talking. Like I had called my brother crying and I'm just like I'm not doing too good. I need help. And so we were like, okay, why don't like he my brother is very analytical, and so he was like while I was crying at home, like he was just there thinking pretty much, and he was like, okay, he was weighing back and forth on me off at like on what to do. But so we were originally going to send me to a mental health hospital for a month for intensive care. But that no longer happened because on the 15th I went to my local hospital and then they transferred me to a mental health facility, which I really do think really helped me. Yeah, so basically, I think it was just like I had had enough, and I had realized, like, as I was at the hospital, they didn't have notebooks there, like physical notebooks, but they did like give me copy paper and a whole bunch it together. But I really learned a lot about the fact that I really miss my mom. Um, yeah, I really miss my mom, and like, I've just not been really doing too hot for a while. And like, when I first went in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna spend time and like work on my books and stuff, but that's not what I did. I literally took the 5 days and just detoxed from everything. Like, I was just like, I am done with thinking about books. I'm done thinking about like prayers, even though like I shouldn't be thinking. Like I still prayed, but like I didn't do the rosary every day, which mostly was because time at the hospital is like such a weird thing. Like the time, like the structure of the hospital doesn't like isn't like being at home, so I just didn't have the same writing things. I like not writing things, but like didn't have the same setup that I usually do. And like time is really just a construct that I don't understand because like you have to take your medicine at this time, and from this time to this time you have breaks and stuff. So I don't know. I would like I love it, but at the same point I couldn't do my regular thing, which is probably for the best. Um, but yeah, so I went there on the 15th. I stayed until the 20th, and then I came back home. Currently, today is the 27th, so it has been 1 week since I got out of the hospital. I have been doing okay, to say the least. I've been very bored at home, so I did take off. So I had originally told my work that I was going to have the month of September off. But since I went to the mental health hospital early, I am going to be going back to work on the 1st of September. Mostly because I just can't keep staying at home doing what I feel like is nothing. So I'm like, I just need to get back out into the workforce and just kind of get back into normal life. Which I know could be a bad and good thing, but like I am feeling better. I just I need to get out of this house and like not be so like in my head. But also at the same point, like I am doing coping skills to make me feel better, and like just like coping skills to pretty much like in more dark times to be able to help myself more. Um, but yeah, so like I have a list of like different kind of coping skills, like self care things. But I feel like self care and coping skills are the same thing. But yeah, so I'm trying to like do part of these like every day, and like I even have a list like every night before I go to bed, or trying to write it every night before bed. I write a like to do list for the day. I also still do my Finch app, but those are more like big picture items, I guess. But I don't. I feel like these are more big picture, and those are more like reflecting on them. But so like obviously I want to take my morning and nighttime med. I want to go for a walk. I want to journal. I'm actually like physically journaling. Like these journal entries, I'm going to be sending to my therapist to kind of help with me a little bit. And then I want, obviously, I still want to write because I am still an author. I still have projects I want to do. And then, like, there's meditation, there's some reading, there's Bible work, so, like, actually reading the Bible and praying my rosary and stuff. But there's also, like, coloring, going to see people, getting out of the house kind of thing. Like, I'm just doing more stuff to make the day feel less like I'm alone all the time. Or at least trying to. Sometimes I don't do the reading and I don't do the after lunch meditation and stuff. But other than that, I usually do everything. Um, yeah. So it's been a week since mental health hospital, and I feel like I left the hospital on a terrible note. Like I had just like I had forgot my medicine there, and so we were already halfway home, and like we had to turn back around and go get the medicine again. So it was just like nah, which I think really made me a little question things, just because like I had been there and like I left on a bad note. Like I left on a good note, but then on the fact that I had to go back and get my medicine was kind of a downer. Um, but yeah, so I don't know what else to say other than like I am back. When am I going to get back to doing more regular YouTube videos? I don't know. I think I'm gonna probably take, I don't know. It depends on how well of writing and stuff I do. Um, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on and say that I'm back. I'm in a better state. Even though right now I may not look it and like sound it, but I am feeling a lot better. I am back to listening to music, which is so rare for me because I was always like, oh, I don't listen to music because it just doesn't affect me. But it really does. It brings a smile to my face, and it makes all my alters like happy. And like I've learned so much about myself. Like I've learned that I personally, one of all our alters, like, well, it's not just our alters, it's a lot of us just shut out the others, and that's not something we want to do anymore. But yeah, so we're learning a lot more, and I don't know, we're doing better. So that's kind of all I got to say for today. We'll do other videos later. But yeah, that's kind of all I got to say. We're doing better. Hope you guys all have a lovely day, and we'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.